Barry.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Next Thursday, our Finance Minister, the Honourable Bill English, will be presenting his sixth budget. And like our newly minted Minister, Nicky Wagner, congratulations, I have a good feel about this budget as well. Already we have seen some good initiatives coming through, and that's only the start of what's to come. For my part, I would like to concentrate on this call on what this John Key National Government is doing for senior citizens in New Zealand, for the people who are very vulnerable at the last stages of their lives. This year, for example, we are going to invest more than $1.55 billion on seniors aged care. Now, this is an increase of over 60% under Labour, $1.55 billion. So we're spending more on respite care, carer support, day programs for older people, and a lot of other initiatives that really will make a difference to the quality of life of our seniors. One example, we've developed a new clinical assessment tool for aged care providers. Now, this ensures that each residence in residential care will get up to 2 nationally consistent clinical assessment tests twice a year, or more if their health does suffer. That's the kind of thing that really is important, because older people, their health does change quite dramatically and quite suddenly. So that's an important initiative, as is, in this space, a national minimum standard, which will mean the same level of care is going to be expected from providers across New Zealand. Again, this is a very important initiative, and we've tightened up on a lot of the regulations around residential care, and this is the kind of thing that across the board, across this country, in every electorate and every home, you can relax in the knowledge that New Zealand seniors are going to be better looked after. Elder abuse, in my opinion, has been a shameful secret that has been kept secret for far too long, and this John Key National-led government is very committed to confronting elder abuse. We're encouraging actively police to work more closely with partner organisations such as Age Concern, which already do a very good job, but there's not enough sharing of information. There are too many silos around this kind of thing. So we're breaking those down, and we want to improve the responses to elder abuse. The new Crimes Amendment Act, for example, that came into effect in 2012, makes it an offence with a maximum penalty of 10 years prison for people who do not take reasonable steps to protect a child or a vulnerable adult. We're focusing on older New Zealanders' health and well-being. In my own North Shore electorate, I've seen plenty of examples of that. We've invested in the past few years more than $200 million in new facilities and new services. Gone are the dark days under the incompetent former Minister of Health, Labour's Annette King, where we saw long waiting lists, people going to Australia for cancer treatment, just horrific situations, terrible situations. But under the Honourable Tony Ryle, that has all changed. In North Shore Hospital, for example, we have just put in a state-of-the-art elective surgery centre. We have a new emergency department, a new cardiology centre. Last week, I opened up a $3.5 million community dialysis centre. This is the sort of thing that makes an enormous difference to people's lives, and it's complemented by the dialysis centre on the North Shore Hospital site, which the Minister Tony Ryle opened a couple of years ago. So a lot of spending, some $200 million on that one example of one hospital, but it doesn't stop there. There is indeed a lot of things that are happening in superannuation. In just over 5 years of a national government, the married rate of super has gone up by $183.88 a fortnight, and the single living alone payment has increased by $125.10 a fortnight. That equates to a 25% increase since April 2008. We stick with the plan, we make one, we stick with it, and we stick with our promises. And our Prime Minister, John Key, has undertaken to the people of New Zealand that we will maintain the married rate of superannuation at 66% of the average wage, and on our watch, the age of eligibility will remain at 65. When it comes to the Super Gold Card, it started out with very, very humble beginnings, and now we have seen that there are more than 10,000 outlets in New Zealand that are involved in Super Gold, and businesses range from pharmacies and dentists to transport and utility services. So from extremely humble beginnings, we've managed to crank it up. It's also now across Australia as well. So New Zealand seniors can go across to Australia and receive a range of commercial discounts that are the same as Australian seniors as well. So since 2010, our government hasn't just mithered on about it and sort of suggested it and then left well alone, as one of the members who was heckling before was sort of indicating or trying to claim credit for. We have invested $68.6 million in the Super Gold Card scheme, and next week in the budget we will see even more exciting funding initiatives that will mean a brighter future for New Zealanders. Thank you.
Sue Moroney.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Well, the National Party have just spent the last